So I was born in Kerala. And still looking at me.
Hi everyone! Happy New Year!
My name is Priya.
And I'm Ashwin.
So we're back this year with a brand new video. And
That's what we keep saying every time we take a video. We're back again with a brand new video.
It's 2023, it's January, so our New Year's resolution is to be more consistent with posting videos on YouTube. Today's video, as you guys can tell from our title, is a get to know us video. So for those of you who follow me on Instagram would know that recently I put up a post to ask you guys what you wanted to know about us, and we had lots of questions coming in, and today we are going to be answering them. I think it's important that you get to know us, and so you know
what we're really like or what she's really like.
Yeah. So we've got a variety of questions, a little bit about personal questions, a little bit of marriage-based questions. So we've only picked about 12 questions.
I want to keep it quite short. So.
Yeah, and I have a tendency to waffle, so the chances are these 12 questions.
You see, you've already gotten to know her more.
Right, let's get straight into it.
Okay.
So the first question is, where are you guys from?
Do you want to go first?
Right, so we're currently living in the UK, in Liverpool.
Liverpool? Sorry, I had to do it.
So just a little bit about me. I was born in Kerala. I lived there for 3 years with my grandparents before I moved to Bangalore for 2 years. Then, like every Indian kid who goes abroad, I then went to the Middle East for about 5 years before moving to the UK with my family when I was 10 years old. So my family settled in London and I moved to Liverpool for uni and ended up staying here because I met this guy. So yeah, so currently we're living in Liverpool.
Yeah, so what about in the Middle East?
Fujairah, for those of you who know. I think it's a border between, I don't know, okay, my geography is
As you can see, we're clearly prepared for these. But go on, roughly, because I don't know.
It's like, I think people are going to troll me for this. I don't know, okay? I just know.
We like to get interaction from people, so you can tell her how bad her geography is. Give me a popular name that people know.
Fujairah. People know Fujairah.
Really?
Yeah.
Give me another name close to it.
Oh, it's like we used to go shopping in Dubai.
Right. Okay. So Dubai. Just say Dubai.
That's not saying we're from Manchester. We're in Liverpool.
All right. Fine. Okay. All right. We'll stick to that. Middle East.
Yeah.
And so mine. Yeah. So I was actually born in Saudi Arabia, and because no Ronaldo's gone, they have to do. So yeah, born in Saudi. I was only there for I think 1 month. Then I was moved to Kerala, where I grew with my grandmother till I was 15. And then I came to the UK, and then I did my high school here. So I started in year 9. I did a few months in the UK, and then I did high school and sixth form in Wirral, in St John Pressington, representing. And then I went to uni in Leicester.
It's a bit too much detail, isn't it?
Well, it's all right.
And you say I waffle.
Right, and then so you lost my track of thought.
Sorry.
And then I went to Leicester to do uni, and then I'm back here in Liverpool.
So yeah, so that's where we're from. Hopefully that's given you guys a bit more of a clarity on where we're based. Yeah. So the next question, a couple of people actually asked this. Right. I think it's mainly because all our YouTube videos are in English, and I think most of our followers are from like Kerala. So can you speak Malayalam? That is the big question.
Yeah, എനിക്ക് കുറച്ച് മലയാളം ഒക്കെ പറയാൻ അറിയാം.
എനിക്കും കുറച്ച് എനിക്ക് അത്ര നല്ല ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് അറിയത്തില്ല, പക്ഷേ
ഇപ്പൊ ഇങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറയുമ്പോഴേ ആൾക്കാർ ഫേമസ് ആവുള്ളൂ. So I keep thinking of the Tovino movie, in Lucifer where he goes, എനിക്ക് മലയാളം നന്നായിട്ട് പറയാനും അറിയാം, വേണ്ടി വന്നാൽ മലയാളത്തിൽ 2 വർത്തമാനം പറയാനും അറിയാം. Actually, I don't know, right? I don't know how to swear in Malayalam, but I've got my boys to do that. You know who you are. But no, we both speak Malayalam quite well. I'm proud of it.
Yeah, so എനിക്ക് നല്ലതായിട്ട് മലയാളം പറയാൻ അറിയാം. I think they wanted to hear us speak Malayalam.
നല്ല അടിപൊളിയായിട്ട് മലയാളം പറയും. ഞങ്ങൾ വീട്ടിൽ മലയാളമാണ് സംസാരിക്കുന്നത്. So yeah, മമ്മി പപ്പ എല്ലാവരും മലയാളം പറയും, and we're proud of it.
Yeah, so not trying to go too deep, I do think when kids grow up in the UK or they're out of Kerala, people find it a bit shameful to speak in Malayalam, which I've never understood. Because here in school we have to choose languages, and people take Spanish and French and they're so proud of being multilingual, but they still feel embarrassed to say that they speak their mother tongue, which I've personally never understood. I'm quite proud that I can speak in Malayalam, and I think when we have kids, we are going to make sure that they can also speak in Malayalam. So
Absolutely. Malayalam പറയുമ്പം I'm sure kids in the Malayalam studying along. So it's a beautiful language. Next question.
Next question number 3 is, what do you guys do for a living?
I think most of you probably already know the answer to this who follow us. So we're both
doctors. I am an IMT trainee, so I'm in core medical training at the moment.
I think you wanted to say we're YouTubers as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
Not there yet. Maybe one day we'll get there.
Yeah, so I'm an internal medical trainee, and
so I finished my internal medicine. When I did it, was core medicine. We'll do a bit more detailed video on the training pathway. So I finished that. I'm doing my specialist registrar training in cardiology. So I'm doing that in Liverpool at the moment.
We've just said we're both doctors. Yeah. So what's the downside of being in the same profession?
I think you have a lot to say about this, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, do you want me to go first? Yeah?
Yeah, go for it.
I think I haven't really thought much about this, but I think the only downside that you could argue, I mean, many people do find it, and sometimes I do find it. Now I've got no dinner for me tonight. It is that at work you're so invested in all the medicine that you're doing, and it's busy at work, and especially after long days and nights. And sometimes you just want to come home and maybe talk about something else. But obviously after coming home, the missus here asks, how was work? And then you don't want to not say anything, and then she'll feel like, he doesn't want to tell me anything. So I do, share my journey and stuff at work. And then obviously I'll have to listen to her too, because that's what we have to do, right?
Yeah, but that's the best part of your day, so I don't know why you're complaining.
I have to make you happy. No, yeah, so then obviously I listen to her. And then many of you already probably know my sister and mum, they're all in the health profession. So there's a lot of healthcare professional talk going on in the family. So sometimes it does get a bit much, and I'm just like, I just want to put my head down and just relax, and sometimes just not think about anything. But having said that, I do love medicine and talking about it. So I'm not complaining, although it does feel like I'm complaining.
He fully just complained. I'm hearing this for the first time, so yeah.
No, so that's the only downside. But on the other side, if you love something that much, it's always great to talk about it, and I would never get bored talking about medicine. So over to you.
Well, this is going to be funny because my answer is very similar to yours, but for me that's a plus side. But anyways, I would say, if I was to say what's the one downside of both of us being doctors, it would definitely be the rota, like the shifts that we have to do. Most of the times we're doing like opposite shifts. So if I'm on long days, he's on nights, or when he's on nights, I'm on long days. And
I feel a part of me dies after a set of nights. I've told you that before.
Yeah.
So I had to make it that. Out in the open.
It's my turn. You've had your turn. It's now my turn. It's my turn.
This is what happens. I never get to say anything, and finally get to say something on camera. You shut me down. Whatever.
Anyway, so we have to do set of 3 to 4 nights and long days. So which would mean if I come back from my long day, he would have already gone for his night. So then I don't end up seeing you for 3-4 days. Sometimes it's good. I'm joking. So that is quite difficult. But I think that's the same in lots of profession. I don't think it's just doctors. People in other medical field, I'm sure pharmacists and nurses. There are people who do shift work, but I would say that's the downside of being in both of us being doctors. I'd say that's one of the downsides. But I don't think over the last 3.5 years we've been together, it's affected us that much.
Yeah,
but
we haven't got to that stage yet. So
yeah. But personally, because of whatever you said, I just have to say, for me, the plus side of both of us being doctors is the fact that I can come home and I can talk about work, and I feel like you understand what I'm saying. You're able to give me advice. I'm someone who likes to come home and talk about work, and for me, I never feel I just want to get away from medicine for a bit. I don't feel like that, but that everyone's different. I do know a lot of my friends who would not consider marrying a doctor. They would prefer someone in the non-medical field because they don't want to come home and talk about work. So I think it's a very individual, personal thing. I mean, I'm clearly happy in this relationship and he's not, but anyways.
We've been happily married for how long?
Actually, you know what? I think there's a question coming up about that.
Oh, yes.
So next question is, when did you guys get married?
Right, so tricky one. Never forget your Mrs. birthday, engagement day, or wedding day. So 31st of August 2019.
So it's been 3.5 years.
Gosh, time flies, doesn't it? Time does fly.
So next question.
Where did we get married? That's not there.
Where did you go? Where did?
St George's Hall, Liverpool again.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful place. If anyone's looking to get married in Liverpool, definitely recommend St George's Hall. Beautiful. Don't you think?
Yeah, it was actually really, really nice. So actually, we do have a couple of video clips from our wedding. So we will link it down.
Video, do check it out.
Yeah, well, nice little promotion there.
Like I'm professional at this, aren't I?
So next question is, how did you guys meet? Lots of people wanted to know this, and every time I post like Q&A questions on my Instagram, a lot of you ask, and we've always been saying, oh, we'll make a proper video about this at some point, and we actually haven't.
Just never get the time to do it.
I don't think we're going to explain in detail here either, because otherwise the video will just be too long. But just in like a couple of lines, how did we meet?
Go on, you start.
He says that because he doesn't remember the first time he met me. That's why, right? So I first met you before I started medical school, actually. So it was in 2015, in May time, where we went to like a church conference, and you were giving a little speech there. That's when I first laid my eyes on you. So that's when I first met you, but obviously we didn't have much of a conversation, although I did offer him like a drink. But he doesn't remember that. But I definitely remember you were about to go get a drink, and then I was there at the same time, and you were just faffing about, and then I was just like, you can have mine, and you were like, thank you. Do you remember that? He doesn't remember that. It makes me
I would be lying if I said I remember it, but I genuinely don't remember it. But I'm glad that you remember it, and it's a significant.
It's just so sad. Like, he doesn't remember it, but I have met him then. But then we properly met in church after I came to Liverpool, after I started going to church.
Yeah, so that my first time that I maybe properly laid eyes on you, I shouldn't say that, but you know, was actually at church. So there was this new girl in church, and very shy, goody two shoes, which I thought she was. Well, little did I know at the time. And like you guys are finding out a lot about us, I found a lot more about her after we got married, or after we got into a proper relationship. But initially she wasn't like what I thought. But I did realise someone stood out, and then I was like, oh, who is this? And then, you know, one thing led to another, and now we're here 3.5 years down the line. So it's been a great journey, and I'm sure we'll talk a lot more in detail about that a bit later on.
Yeah, and I will teach you a couple of things you probably have forgotten. The main reason he would keep his answers short is he doesn't really remember much, you know. But
I haven't had my coffee yet, so.
So we will go more into detail about like how we met and how our relationship started, and a lot of you wanted to know, is it an arranged marriage, if it's a love marriage? It's a big topic.
A lot of aunties will be watching, they'll be keeping their eyes on you.
Yeah, so we will go more into that in a different video. If you guys are interested, do comment down below if you actually want us to.
Yeah, seeing how we interact and stuff, we'd like to hear your thought on what you think was love or arranged, and that'll be quite interesting too.
Yeah.
And we can maybe, you know, talk about the benefits and pros of both of them, and some of you thinking, what, arranged marriage, what is that? But yeah, for another video.
Yeah, but just to put it out there, arranged marriage is not forced marriage, like just let you guys know. Right, so question number 7. So I don't know if I mentioned we have 12 questions in total. So question number 7 is...
It's been a long video already. I told you to keep it short, but clearly you keep talking.
For him, he wants me to keep every video at like 10 minutes. That's just so hard. By the time I say hi, it's like 3 minutes already gone. So right. What's your favourite memory together? I always talk about this. You know what my favourite memory is.
I think you've talked about it that many times that has become my favourite memory too. So you talk about it.
So my favourite memory of us together was our trip to Barcelona.
And if you haven't seen that video, head down, check that out. Why was it special for you?
I just feel like every time I think about our trip to Barcelona, when I look through the pictures, when I watch the videos, I just remember feeling like happy every minute of like every single day. Every minute of those 4 days, they were just amazing. As cheesy as it sounds, I just really liked it. I think it was mainly because we had just gotten married, and then so we went on a trip to Barcelona like 4 months after our marriage, and I feel like that 4 months was like really intense for me. For him, probably doesn't remember, but for me, I feel like there was like so many changes, like moving in with you and being a wife,
being the woman of the house and all of that.
Yeah, and you obviously had exams, so he had his PACES exams, and so you were quite stressed and you were always like revising. And
You're trying to say that I didn't spend time with you.
I
You just
felt-
said the benefit of working in a good profession together, and now you're slating me off.
No, I feel like because I was obviously I was a final year medical student then. So I felt like I was home quite a lot of the time.
And in Liverpool, they don't have any exams in final year, so she was chilling.
Yeah, I was actually chilling.
So jealous still about that. How can you not have any exams in final year? You just chill and not do anything. I mean,
Take that back.
for all those Liverpool, they've changed it now, haven't they? They put exams
Yeah, I
in final year now.
think that,
See, finally people have come to their
I
senses.
wasn't chilling. I did still have lots of work to do anyways.
Another
See how
video.
he just butts in when I'm supposed to be answering. So
You've given me the freedom.
I
for
feel
this
like those 4 months for me, I felt like your rota was like crazy because you were in like core training at the point, core training 2 or I think so. So
TMT2.
yeah, and his rota was crazy, and then when he comes home, he's like working and studying, and I just felt a bit alone sometimes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I did. So so going to Barcelona was just such a nice break because like we didn't have any like distractions. It was just me and you, and I got to spend like every single minute of my day with you. So for me, that's like a really, really special memory.
Fair enough. I mean, I always say this to you. I cherish all our memories together, and I think all of them have. Did you just make a face?
No.
And I think all of them have, you know, their own special, unique qualities. But I think I do understand Barcelona was just a different vibe, you know,
Yeah.
altogether. Every day just seemed really happy, and you were just so happy, and you know, seeing you happy obviously makes me happy. So that was.
Aww.
And I, you know, that I think you love big cities, where especially you travel by trains and things like that, right? Especially she loves London. I'm trying to still convert her into a Scouser. So another video, Liverpool is better than London. Another one, bombshell. We'll do that another time. But in Barcelona, obviously, you've got to get the default trains, aren't they? The default trains, yeah.
It was like very similar to like London, I feel.
Yeah, and she loved that, and yeah, it was just a different vibe and a great time. So I'm pretty sure it will be up there in our differential list of retirement place, maybe somewhere in Barcelona. Maybe we'll find out. So anyway, next question, moving swiftly.
So, what's one of the things the other person does that annoys you?
I feel like I haven't planned these questions. You've clearly like found out proper answers and trying to have a go at me. But go on.
You know, there's always that one thing that really annoys me.
Yeah. Don't be a good guy, guys. Don't be a good guy. That's what you're gonna say.
Yeah, it is. I actually have like a very recent story from like 2 days ago, which again annoyed me.
Go on then.
So I feel like you are too nice when you don't need to be, like unnecessarily nice. For example, the other day we went to the opticians, right, to pick up his glasses. And he would, because obviously at the opticians like Vision Express, you have like a 30-day or 100-day like returns policy. Like if you don't like it, you can return it. You can just cancel it, right? So we went to pick it up, and he really wanted to add like tint to it. And then they said, oh, okay, if that's the case, we'll need to like get rid of these
So
glasses.
transition glasses.
Oh, what did I say?
Tint.
Yeah, it is like it is a tint,
Specifics.
you know. Yeah, so he wanted to add transition or whatever. So he wasn't 100% happy with it. So I was like, well, we'll just cancel it. And he was like, no, like that's going to be such a waste of glasses. You know, it's going to be such a hassle for them. And I'm like, it's not. Like, just cancel it. But he was just like, oh no, that's so mean. And I just did not understand. I was just like, they don't care. They're just an employee there. They will just cancel it and give you a new one. And I literally had to like convince him. Like I was sat there next to like that person to being like, cancel it. I'm just going to make that decision, cancel it. So he's always like that. And I feel like I have to push him to make that decision. Or if you get a wrong order in restaurants, I will not take it. Like I will send the food back in a nice way. Like I'm not going to be mean, but he would probably just eat the wrong food. So that really annoys me.
Well, staying on that topic of ordering food, I'm sure we can agree on something else that you do. She orders the food after after hours of deciding what she wants to eat, and the food is finally arrived. And one day she sat there counting how many pasta pieces they had, and she was like, "This one only has 14 pieces. Where is the waiter?" And she called him over and was like, "I've been to this restaurant before. I get bigger portions than this. What is going on?" And the waiter was just like, "This is a normal test." "No, this isn't." And then she made him go get extra, and they were like, "Should we just bring you extra pasta?" "Yeah." So they brought an extra pasta, and she just mixed it there, and I was just like, she was raging to go, and this was just a one-off experience. Every time she goes to eat, it is sort of a what's the word they use? It's an eventful experience, and I'm always there thinking, "Oh, this is going to turn out bad," because she gets so passionate about it, and when the food isn't quite right, she gets very upset about it. And then the mood is completely off and the whole night's gone. So I know this is going to happen. And every time I take you out, I'm always like scared. This better be right. Because this will determine the rest of the evening and the night. So, yeah. You know that.
You literally just slated me there. But it's true. Like, you're going out to eat. I want to enjoy my food. And especially with that. Okay, this is no exaggeration. I might find a photo of it on my phone. They bought me, like, we go there all the time. What was it called? So this is in Stoke-on-Trent, where I did my like foundation training. We used to go to this pasta place all the time, and the portion sizes are always decent. Like, when I see a lot of food, that makes me happy. All right. So if you're gonna put some, like, this is why I'll never go to like fine dining where they give me like portion size which is this big. No, that's just I don't.
Not into that kind of life.
No, right? I just need a lot of food. I remember, so they bought me pasta, and I could physically, with my eyes, like without even moving a
Who
single
counts pasta pieces?
because it looked like it hardly had any. So then I counted it. There was 14 pieces of pasta in there. If I can count it, then that means it's not much. So I had to call the waitress and be like, "I've got 14 pieces of pasta in here." And she was just like, should I bring more pasta? And I thought she was going to just bring me more pasta, but she literally just bought me like boiled pasta in like a little pot, and I was like, "Oh, okay,
Yeah, that'll do."
that'll do for now."
And another thing, before I forget, like, for example, this bed, you can't see it, but right, again, after like hours and probably even days of deciding which bed she wants, she decided we have to get a purple bed, right? And then the bed has arrived, months and years have gone by, but she still complains of why I let her buy the purple bed. Because every time she goes to the shop to look for, I don't know, duets or whatever matching pillows, so I can never find purple. You let me buy the purple bed, and she gets really upset about it. And I hear this daily, and I'm thinking maybe it's a girl thing. Like, I just forget it the next day. Like, it doesn't bother me. Like, it does not bother me at all.
How can it not bother you? How can it not bother you? I go to buy like matching like pillowcases or like cushions, and I can never find anything purple. So I was deciding between purple and blue. You could have made me buy the blue one.
You bought it. I do want you. I want purple. I'm not going to be like, "No, let's get blue."
Well, I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying I wish I had chosen the blue one. But yeah, I do say that quite a lot of times.
Anyway, let's move on to the next question.
Yeah.
We'll be sat here arguing all day otherwise.
Right. So question number 9. What's the one thing that he or she does that you just don't understand? Cricket. I don't understand.
Whoa, that's an insult. What's going on? Cricket is my first love. What do you not get about it?
It's not the actual sport cricket. It's the fact that you play by yourself at home. He calls it shadow cricket.
It is a real thing. You just type in shadow cricket on Google. Even Steve Smith has played Virat Kohli plays it. I'm sure all you cricketers out there, you played shadow cricket on the corridor, wherever you go. You don't understand what it is.
You guys are weird then. I still remember when I came to your house for the first time. Like, this is like before we got married. Like, I was just like in the kitchen with his mum, and then I just saw him like go into the garden with a cricket bat, and then I saw this, and I was like, "Oh, what's he gonna do?" Like, that's just him. He goes into the garden, and then he's proper playing on his own, and then he's saying little like commentaries, and he makes the sound like or something. Yeah, that's what you do. Like, he makes a sound with his mouth, and he goes, "Oh, 6." And then his mom was like calling him back in for tea, and then he was just like, "Oh, I've only got 5 more overs left," or something, and I was like, am I missing something? Like, why is he a weirdo? But then, now I'm used to it because this is what he does at home. You don't see him for 5 minutes. He's probably at somewhere in the house playing cricket on his own. So weird. I just don't understand.
Practicing cricket, you don't get it.
I will never get it.
Best sport out there. All you cricket lovers, you understand me, yeah? Now, my turn to answer. What do you do that I don't understand? I don't think there's anything out there. I think I get you most of the time. I understand why you do certain things and the way you do it, although they might seem weird and not normal for someone looks on the outside. But I do understand you. I think I know you quite well, and I think everything that you do makes sense to me.
Yeah, that's because I only do sensible things. That's why. There we go.
Keep talking, we're going to argue more. So yeah, we'll move on to the next question.
All right, so next one. Who does all the chores at home?
I mean, I love doing dishes, you know that. I like doing dishes. I'll take the dishes any day, no problem. But I don't like doing anything else. I don't like doing the bed. I'd hate making the bed when I wake up in the morning. All this chat about person who makes bed in the morning is successful and whatever. You hear it on YouTube and Instagram all the time. I don't agree with it. I don't do it.
That's why you're not a millionaire. That's why. So I think like right now we probably both do bits and bobs together. Like if I do the cooking, then he does the washing. You do cook sometimes, and then you clean the bathroom.
Thank you. No, I don't mind cleaning and doing the dishes, to be honest. But
yeah.
Don't mind.
Yeah, so
I
do the laundry. Split. I don't think you've ever done laundry. Do you know how to do laundry? I don't think he knows how to do laundry.
It's not that hard. You stick it in the washing machine and just press the button.
Why don't he's going to show me that tonight? Why don't you do the laundry today? So yeah, I think we share the chores at home. So we do.
That's what you have to do. Help each other out.
Although initially when we got married, he never did anything. I did everything.
This isn't a video of you slating me off. This is a video of working.
Initially, I maybe it's because I was home and then you.
Hey, my mum's watching this video. You better watch it.
Yeah, I feel like initially I did lots of work. And he used to, and when I used to complain, oh, you're not doing anything, he used to say, but by the time I'm home, you've done everything.
That's true. You're home most of the time. You just say you had a lot of time, and I come back after work, you've done everything.
Yeah, so then I stopped doing that. So when he comes back, I'm like, well, dishes are still there. You can do them.
Lesson learned. Come back from work late.
Anyways, next question. Who is funnier?
I think it may seem debatable. I would love to think I'm more funny. People who know me know that. But hey, I think I crack more Malayalam jokes. So.
Yeah, okay, Malayalam jokes maybe. Yes. But who's funnier?
Well, Malayalam jokes are funny. I would love to think I'm funny. You think you're funny. We agree to disagree.
No. Like in this relationship, who makes the other person laugh more?
I'm sure we both make each other laugh.
Yeah, I love it.
You learn to be funny from me.
That's a lie. I'm way funnier than him. I'm way funnier than him, okay?
We agree. Let's just agree to disagree on that.
For those of you who know us personally,
you would know the answer to that,
who
clearly.
knows me personally, you would know I'm more entertaining and I'm more funnier. Yeah. Right, last question. Well, actually, it's come to an end quite quickly. How many kids do you want? And when are you guys going to have a baby?
Oh.
How many kids do you want?
I think I want 3 kids.
Okay.
Right, 3 kids. And I think that'll be a nice balance. And at the end of the day, whatever God gives us, it'll be a blessing. We pray about it. But preferably 3 for me.
Yeah. For me, like, I can settle for 3, but I want 4.
Settle for 3?
I want like 3 to 4.
Hey, you're doing all the hard work, not me.
I want 3 to 4 kids, I think. I think it's just nicer when you've got a house full of kids running around. It might be a bit of madness, like, initially when they're little, but... when they get older,
you can go part-time, yeah? Or even like look after the kids at home. I'm busy at work, aren't I? So you look after the kids. How does that sound to you?
I don't mind.
I'll take them out cricket and sport and all of that, gym and teach them young and that. But when they're like messy and running around, you look after them. Would you like to go part-time? I'm sure I can get a lot of insults from about this. Me saying, oh no, you're making his wife go part-time and looking the kids at home.
No,
that is not what I was saying.
I would love to go part-time.
I know.
I'm gonna go part-time. That's my goal. Not that I don't like working. I think you just need to live a little as well. So you can't just give your everything at work,
Maybe I should go part-time.
You can't go part-time. Like, you make the money. I'll sit at home, look after the kids.
Right. Final question. Well, we finished, don't we? What final part of the final question?
Is when are you guys going to have a baby? When are we going to have a baby?
You tell them.
So I've been hearing this question from aunties, like from the next day after we got married. So we won't so I don't know what to say.
They probably have figured it out by now. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, right?
Can they see?
I'm sure you can see. There's a fully sized.
Yeah, so we are 39 weeks pregnant
Woo!
today. So we've kept it on the down low for the last 9 months.
Who do you reckon you are? The Kardashians.
Yeah, so we have a little one that we're expecting in any day now, really, like 7 days till our due date.
She's 39 weeks now.
Yeah. Wow. So we are pregnant. So this is a little big reveal as well that we wanted to put out on our social media because we've been keeping it away from social media for so long. So yeah, we're going to be parents.
Exciting, scary, and I think people keep telling us our lives are going to change. We will see, and we will let you know. I'm sure we'll take you along with us in this wonderful journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And I would like to share a lot of things with you guys. I've been taking like lots of little videos and things along my journey, even though I haven't posted it. So I'm looking forward to sharing that all with you guys and sharing our experience as parents as well with you guys.
She keeps sending me all the Instagram videos of how to change diapers. I think she's trying to send me a message.
Yeah, he's gonna like I'm growing it. He's right. So it only makes sense once it comes out.
ദിലീപ് മലയാളം മൂവി പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ നീ എന്നൊരു കൊട്ടക്കത്ത് കയറിയിട്ട് ഞാനിങ്ങനെ കൊണ്ട് കിടക്കാം 9 മാസത്തെ return the favor. But anyway, we will stop on that note. What do you think?
I think we've spoken enough. They know us a little bit better.
Absolutely. If there's any more questions you want to know, drop it on the comment section. We'll be trying to release more videos in the coming weeks. It's just getting time for me to edit it, but Girls Here has planned a lot of videos. So if you like any more videos that you like us to do let us know. Do comment on the comment section below and let us know. And for those everyone out there, have a fantastic and blessed 2023. Live your life, enjoy yourself. God bless you all. Sorry,